show. You were one-on-one with Wesley Sports Guy here on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, and online all the time at WesleySportsGuy.com. You can get the podcast link there, all the social media links, the video channel links, also located conveniently for you at WesleySportsGuy.com. It's good to be back, and I'm very thankful for all the messages, the well wishes, the prayers, everything else that I got while I was away. The last video I did was an ode to football's return, and I know it's been a minute, but basically the main reason why I was gone is because of technical issues. I had some freezing up on some videos that I did want to do, wanted to get that sorted out. Hopefully I've kind of subsided that for the time being, so I can continue on going forward for the rest of this year and going into next year as well. But also with my grandmother passing away just before the MLB postseason started, as I mentioned when I posted my recap with the World Series champions, the Atlanta Braves. Thank you again for your prayers and well wishes on that. That happened just before the MLB postseason at the end of September. That is basically why I've been away. That's why I haven't been doing any videos of late for the last couple months. Still been active on social media for the most part, but you can get all those links conveniently located, as I mentioned at the top, at WesleySportsGuy.com. For this week's video coming back, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about what it is that's been happening of late. You already know. We know, for the most part, what is happening and all the craziness that's going on with it via lockdown madness, rioting, looting, lots of lying going all the way around, as I alluded to in the promo video leading up to my return on the channels of YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. Get the links at WesleySportsGuy.com. You have to look at things for yourself. You have to do your own reading, your own research. You have to look up everything and double, triple check. Do your own homework. It's basically come to that point, and it really should have been that point for a long time. We kind of rested on our laurels and got distracted with a bunch of other things that we do in our day-to-day lives with all the technology that we have at our fingertips. It's pretty much almost all our fault, but to a degree that we just need to take a step back and readjust, re-energize ourselves, and realize that you have to look at it for yourself. You have to do what's best for you, the individual. You have the responsibility for you. And when it comes to Lord Farquaad, who I am referring to that as Fauci, no longer doesn't need to be called a doctor. I don't care about that anymore, but he is Lord Farquaad. But basically with lockdown madness, anything he says, do the exact opposite. Your own doctor, you figure out what's best for you. It's always been that way. Do not listen to Lord Farquaad anymore. Corporate media is not your friend either. You do not need to get the opinions of various news authorities, whether it be CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, ABC, NBC, CBS, all that usual BS. You do not need to listen to that crap anymore. They have differing opinions on one side or another, but they're all spewing the same regurgitated crap at you every single day. Enough is enough. Time to abandon those outlets. They're trying to encroach themselves into different ways of people getting news and getting information. They're trying to basically be the gatekeepers for everything else that you get access to nowadays. So I can't say the things that they say on a daily basis on various channels on YouTube. They can say whatever they want, unimpeded. I can't say half the stuff that they're getting away with saying right now, because you don't know whether or not it's the right thing to say or not the right thing to say. And then there's some other authoritative source, if I did want to spout about this stuff on YouTube specifically, that says, no, go here to check this out. You can't win. Enough with the corporate media. Enough. Time to move on. Find better sources. It couldn't have been said any other way with the recent trial of the person by the name of Kyle. I can't even finish that name anymore on YouTube, but I could say the rest of the name, Rittenhouse, on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. I am just stunned at the amount of vitriol coming out of that verdict. But to suffice it to say, I heard it the best way possible, and I will share this with you. If you were surprised by the verdict of that trial, you need to find better news sources. And to finish up with this episode this week with my return here on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey is what I alluded to in the promo video. The truth shall have its day. It needs to have its day. The light needs to be shown on it. Evil will be destroyed with love, of course, but the light will also end any darkness that comes with it. This is what I'm going to start focusing on a little bit more. I still will do sports. You see it behind me still. That is the main focus of this channel. There's going to be lying in sports, obviously. They're still constantly lying when it comes to Colin Kaepernick. Not really going to go into much detail about that. I'll have a thing probably next week about it with his little Netflix series or special, whatever he wants to call it. I'll point out a little bit of those lies, the biggest lie that he did in that, but that's beside the point. The truth needs and will have its day. Here is the truth for you. You alone have the power. You are not alone in this fight, we'll call it. Fight like hell for your rights. Civil disobedience. You want something to end right now or very soon in the near future, because it will if you unite and become empowered as an individual to then end all of the insanity that is going on currently. You as an individual have the right to stop any and all of this nonsense. It can be stopped. Do not feel powerless. You, the individual, have it within you, yourself, and with the help of others. You can all be done with this madness. It needs to end sooner rather than later, because tyranny always follows these types of steps that we are seeing before our eyes today. That's all I have to say for you as of this time, but I hope you found it a little bit encouraging, enlightening. Please, civil disobedience, that is the way forward. That is how you win. I cannot stress that enough, but fight like hell for your rights. The truth shall have its day. There's not going to be any fancy, side-by-sides with this video or anything like that. This is just me kind of giving you the groundwork of what I plan on doing going forward with this channel. It is still going to be sports-centric. There will be some things that are just going to be too egregious where I cannot pass up to emphasize the truth, but that is what I'm now going to focus a lot more on. The truth needs to have a light shown on it to where you can then see for yourself and decide and do your own homework, do your own research and fact-finding to get to that truth. You need to see it. It is there for you. It's not as easy to see anymore as it used to be, but the truth is definitely still available to you. You just have to dig a little bit deeper, but not take a lot of time, because it's still out in the open for you for the most part, but it needs to be shown. It needs to be seen by as many people as possible. You have that power. Your authority is between you and your creator. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit that Liberty Bell below to get notified when all the latest videos are posted on this channel, whether it be YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, or Odyssey. The podcast link is conveniently located for you at westthesportsguy.com. All the social media links, weekly reviews in the NFL, all that stuff with the wide world of sports, conveniently located at westthesportsguy.com. Let's go, Brandon, and I will see you next time.